Okay. All right. All right. I want to be. I want to be mature about this. I want to be. I want to be mature about this because there could be ebbs and flows in a season, and it this. What kind of bullshit was that? I mean, in all honesty, the Wizards you're gonna let the Wizards, this team, pathetic, trying to lose, and quite honestly, begging you, take the game, please. Heat. Kuzma is like a secret tank agent, and he was like, "Good. I know we have the death grip on this game because you guys are allowing us to shoot a gazillion % from the field. Please, I get like a bonus based on the higher draft lottery that we get. Please, Miami Heat, I'm begging you, take the game." And the Heat are like, "No thanks. No, not today, Kuz. Not today. In fact, why don't we just make you look like a prime Michael Jordan with the parade to the free throw line? Hey, look, everybody, there's Kyle Kuzma leading the parade to the free throw line for the Washington Wizards." What a horse defensive effort that was today by Miami. I'm sorry, man. Like, look, you're in the midst of a playoff race. All right, you go out there, you blow a couple opportunities out west. I knew those weren't going to be easy games. Was hoping the Miami Heat could split. You did not get a good couple of performances by Bam Adebayo. Fine. Whatever. You lose to 2 MVP candidates in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Luka Doncic. I can I'm not happy with both losses, but you can look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? Hold your head up. That's fine. No bigs. No bigs. But to go and allow the Washington a gimme, dude. A mother fucking layup game. This team, 11 wins on the season. 11 wins on the season. Jordan Poole not trying. The last team that they beat. Holy, dude. The last team that they beat. Okay, first of all, they've won 2 in a row for the first time since January 29th. Okay. But these are the last 3 wins for the Washington Wizards, just so you guys understand how horrifically embarrassing. They beat the Hornets, okay, on Friday. So, Hornets, before that, January 29th against the Spurs, and before that, a win against the Detroit Pistons. So, the last team you could actually say that wasn't playing for ping pong balls that this team beat, okay, was, I guess, Atlanta? I mean, are you... These are their wins this year. These are their wins this year. Look at this. Memphis, who, that was pre-Ja Morant and everybody out, okay? Memphis getting off to that awful low line. Charlotte, basically their cousin. They beat an Indiana team. That's got to be their best win of the year up until this point. That was in December. Portland, who we know is god-awful. Atlanta, Detroit, San Antonio, and now the Hornets and you. And you're the only team that this team has beat all friggin' year that has any type of, I guess you want to call it respect. I don't know what you want to call this. But you allowed this team to come in here, light your ass up like a Christmas tree from downtown, made Kyle Kuzma seem like he was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Luka Doncic. Crotty said this, most free throw attempts this year to Kyle Kuzma. Oh, look, we know he's a talented guy, but let's be real about it. Like him and Jordan Poole, they have been playing 1-2-3 Cancun basically since the opening night. Just an indefensible loss. And I said this going into the week. I'm like, there's no reason that Miami should not walk out of this week with 3 wins. And now you are staring at 3 straight losses with Denver coming into town on Wednesday. So you get a couple of days off to hopefully, get Bam Adebayo feeling somewhat better. But, even with him today, like he had a 16 and 16 and gave you some kind of rebounds. I mean, nobody else, the Heat are sitting out here clanking left and right, especially from downtown. And then, Jimmy Butler just, my God, the coast of all coast games with him missing just bunny after bunny at the rim and then just, could not nail a 3. Miami at the end of this thing, had their chance. They had a couple of looks there. But at the very end, Kyle Kuzma goes and has the inexplicable offensive foul on Terry Rozier to go down to keep Miami within 2. Duncan takes the 3, kind of a hard one, long rebound right to Jimmy, who had a great look at it. Clank. But Jimmy, but prior to that, I mean, Jimmy, there was a time where Jimmy and Terry both missed right at the rim. And, they would answer right with a 3 ball. It was just whatever, man. Jesus. And just as an aside, I know I'm lashing out. Kendrick Perkins. Do us a favor, dude. Just stay the hell away. Okay? You made your claim that you wanted Jimmy Butler traded. He going an incredible, what are they, 11-3 after that dopey take? And then, what do you know? This dude all of a sudden wants to get back, rats on a ship, and there we are, 0-3. Since he's like, you know what? The Miami Heat doing what they do. Crazy, man. I just... To have a fat cat performance like this, just an absolute hairball of a game. When you're in this kind of a battle for positioning, look, man, you can sit here and we can talk about, hey, they could do it from anywhere, and yeah, truly the Heat could do it from anywhere. I don't fear any team in this conference. But what the hell are you guys doing trying to make this hard on yourself? You could make this a lot easier on yourself. You could have a good week. You could go in there and try and make yourself the 3 seed. And he's like, meh. Why don't we put a little bit more adversity on this season? Why don't we? It's bananas to me that you go out there and you're just I got to bring up these defensive numbers for Miami in the second half. It just felt like the last try hard I remember from the Heat in this game was like probably end of the second quarter. Beautiful play. And I was like declaring the rookie wall busted for Jaime Jaquez, who did he have a bucket in the second half in this game? And he gets this beautiful rebound down the court, finds Haywood Highsmith for a 3 ball, puts Miami up 8. And just a complete turd in the punch bowl performance. And you can excuse me, I don't have a lot of analysis for that. What analysis do you want on this game? Other than, what the f*** are you guys doing? And the guy's like, at Spo, I'm wait, he's like, thinking to himself after the little road trip, listen, this hurts, but the head coach is going to find things they like. What could you find from today that you like? Other than a couple of Nikola Jovic strong and ones. I thought Nico played a really, really good game today. Patty Mills had a fine first half performance for Miami. But look at this, man. Yeah, Haywood, Jaime got off to like such a rousing start. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 block shots. But like, how much of that was in the second half of this game? Jaime in the second half, 9 minutes, 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, -7. Everybody on the Heat roster was a minus in the second half. They got outscored 62-54. This was the death blow right here. Second half of this game, the Washington Wizards, 11 of 20 from downtown. Miami was 5 of 18. Both with 11 free throws. Same amount of shots made. Miami shot 10 more times than Washington did. Didn't really turn the ball over, but you just let them light you up like a Christmas tree from downtown. Koulibaly, 3 of 5 in the second half. Kispert, Corey Kispert, intangibles with his headband. Tommy, you see this Kispert? Ridiculous, dude. Yeah. Oh, my God. I've already had a tough day today. You know, ref completely hosed my son's team in flag football. And now I got to come home and watch this performance. The thing that was just so disappointing is you just saw, first of all, you know, you allow Washington to go out there. They're carving you up. I mean, their ball movement today was pretty good. I mean, you had Tyus Jones 16 assists on you. But the other thing that was just wholly disappointing from Miami. I just felt like the blow-bys. There was just no effort in staying in front of anybody in a game like this. And I just think, man, like, look, you had your time this year to, you know, I'm not expecting Miami to go balls to the wall in a game like this, like Dallas or Oklahoma City. But Miami found their identity in February with defense, making things ugly, and that's what the coach loves. And you're not going to, I don't care who walks in there. This is not a talented offensive club. You know, this is not a team that has the typical guys that will carry you with a 40 performance. Every once in a while, Jimmy, you know, will dial it up in the regular season and get you like a 35 every now and then, but it's rare. And I just think if you're going to allow a team like this to walk into your building and get in comfortable spots and not make them feel any extra effort whatsoever, like, honestly, the last 3 minutes of the game pissed me off more than anything because it showed Miami could dig in at any point, make things uncomfortable. You go on this big run to put yourself in an opportunity, and it's just like, well, what the shit is that? Like, how are you going to go in there and you're going to put together this closing effort where you go on a big run to close the game where it's like, you know, Kuzma hits this 3, puts them up 10. Jimmy steals it. Duncan gets free throws. They force Kuzma into a turnover. Terry Rozier cuts it to 4. Tyus Jones, luckily, missed point blank. But they're going full Wizards. Jimmy forces it, finally goes to the rim with ferocity, and gets you to within 4. Caleb, I mean, the offensive rebounds that they had, you know, because Duncan missed a couple of 3 balls. They have this crazy scramble. Bam misses a hook shot. Caleb puts it back, gets it to within 2. And the Wizards call timeout. Kuzma then gets the offensive foul on Rozier. So Kuzma's begging you guys to take this game. So you had a little assist there. But I think the idea that you just let this team walk in there and get comfortable and didn't. I'll just never get this with this incarnation of the Heat team. And I get the coach likes close games. This was a big thing that he was talking about last week with Kevin Harlan and Reggie Miller. He likes close games because of situations. But every now and then, it would be nice if the Miami Heat could go just lay the hammer on a very inferior opponent. We listed off the teams that this is the Shaq and a fool team. Like, the Pistons are inept, but I look at the Pistons and I say, like, that Pistons team's got talent. They're very, 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 very young. This is a team led by two guys in Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole who have been to the heights of basketball and now very much realize they're in basketball hell, and they got talent, but they really don't care. Jordan Poole's fouling everybody like crazy. Tyus Jones is a really, really nice player, but he's a solid player. He's not a star. And to allow the team that is leading the league in blooper reels to embarrass you on your court? Not even a road game, dude. Not even a road game. Haven't been this angry in a while. Haven't been this angry at this Heat team in a while. And I know, like, look, I realize, maybe the injuries are starting to pile up and Bam's not feeling 100% and, just doesn't have any time. If it's not a lob right now, the guy just doesn't have it. And is very clearly laboring through some stuff. And I know, you're Jimmy Butler. You don't want to. But look, Jimmy, these last 3 games, he's been good. He hasn't been Jimmy VP. Like the whole calendar meme, he hasn't been the calendar meme the last 3 games. Bam, he is not. The first 2, the last 2 games on the road were really bad. This was a decent performance by Bam. Obviously, he was the only guy out there rebounding. They're trying to have Nico play the backup 5 now. They really do miss Kevin Love's minutes off the bench and what that provides. We're all done with the Tyler Hero. Everybody's done with that now too. We're all good with that, right? We're done with, this team can thrive without Tyler Hero. This team needs as much as they can get. All hands on deck. All right. That's enough Tobin, drinking and swearing. Maybe I'll do another video tonight after Spo Talks. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Do I really need to do 2 videos on the damn Wizards losses? Are you guys even going to watch this? Probably not. Why would you waste your Sunday night watching this?